good opponent this week. They've a 3-game winning stretch. They started the season a little tough, as we've done, and they've really found their groove these last 3 weeks. And so it's a team playing with a lot of confidence right now on both sides of the ball. They've done a good job, created some turnovers, done a nice job finding identity over there on defense. Those guys are playing fast and physical. And on offense, it starts with the quarterback. He's playing with a lot of confidence right now. Done a pretty good job taking care of the football and being really efficient. And they found a way to get some big plays, in some of these games that they've won, and they've done a really nice job. So tough task for us on Sunday. They're going to be coming in here with some momentum, and we've got to, match them with our intensity and overcome all that and go get ourselves a first win.
What are your expectations for A.J. Green this week?
Won't practice today.
You won't?
Will not.
Does that mean he probably will not? Do you expect him to be available this Sunday?
I'll know more tomorrow as we kind of get through it. He's not going to practice today, and we'll see tonight where he's out for tomorrow.
I understand it's a day-to-day thing with him, and you're hesitant to do this, but do you have a realistic timeline of when you would expect him to be back? Do you just not expect him to be back?
I ask the question every day. Is where are we at for tomorrow, and we just take it from there.
What's the biggest thing keeping him on it? Basically, it sounds like it's up to him if he wants to play. If his ankle feels good enough. I mean, do you guys? Is that basically how this process works? Do you guys just ask him how does your ankle feel?
Yeah, I mean, there's some things he doesn't feel comfortable with as he runs and cuts, and we want to make sure that we feel confident and put him out there, and he's ready to help us.
Realistically, do you feel like a player has to practice for at least a week before he comes back?
Well, I think it just depends on how long the injury's been, what the position is. Certainly you want more. He hasn't practiced at all, really. So, it's going on a couple months now, and so you'd like to get a couple practices under his belt just for his confidence, for Andy's confidence. Any great player, you still need some reps and be able to throw the ball to each other. So, again, we kind of take it day to day right now.
At what point do you reach a point, Coach, where you say, look, we're in December, we're not going to the playoffs. Let's just shut them down.
I think he wants to play. I know he does. And so, right now we continue to carry him and just hopeful each and every week that it may be different, and we'll take it from there.
What in particular does Sam Darnold do well?
I'm sorry, say that again.
What does Sam Darnold do well? You mentioned it,
Yeah, he's really done a good job. He's been pretty accurate, on some really tough, tight window throws. You look early in that Raiders game, man, he had a big one down the sidelines that was really impressive. And he's had the ability to create a little bit, some off-schedule stuff, has really gotten them going. Hit a big third down one. I think it was last week I was watching. So he's done a really good job getting those guys moving forward and hitting the big plays when they're there. Had a great throw against Dallas for a 90-something yard touchdown that really got them a big lead in that game and got them going in the first half. So you can kind of see him coming into it. It's the second year, and it's a new system for him. And you see these last 3 weeks, he's really done a good job and found a good rhythm.
You seem to almost bottom out with that loss to Miami, go to 1-7, Miami's first win, and here they are winning 3 in a row. Do you look at that and say that's how quick this can turn for you guys too?
We know we can, and it just takes that first win. I know they'd gotten one earlier in the year against Dallas and kind of hit a little slump there, but then you get that win, you get your mojo back a little bit, and you get going, and now they're on a roll, 3-game winning streak, and no one would have said that 3 weeks ago, probably. I bet you if you listen to their media, I would imagine. But that's just the way this league works, man. Everyone's got good players, and you just gotta get into a nice rhythm and get the first one, and that's what we've been trying to do.
How tough is it to be a rookie quarterback and Darnold, this is his second year? I mean, is there something to be said for the learning curve that happens from year 1 to year 2, and a lot of guys just aren't ready to play as early as a lot of folks want them to?
No question. I mean, it is a difficult league. It's a difficult position. There's a lot of growing pains that are involved with it. You have to be patient sometimes, and I'm sure he learned a lot last year. I didn't spend any time watching him last year. I'm sure he learned a lot. He got those experiences, and now you see kind of the middle of his second year, things are really starting to click. And again, it's a new system for him. It wasn't the same system he ran last year, and so again, it's kind of a new learning process. And you've seen him and the receivers, and they've all done a nice job.
Billy Price got handed quite a surprise there, I guess, after Redmond got hurt. How did you think he came out of the game after really probably not expecting to play?
Yeah, I know his like injury. I mean, he's got a sore back. He went into it kind of with a sore back, and he's still got some of that soreness lingering.
How did he play? I mean, how did he play on a moment's, I guess, on a moment's notice, you'd say?
Well, those guys all prepare to play. He still takes reps over the course of the week, particularly that position last week. Sometimes the tackles don't. They take all the reps, and the backups don't get them. Billy got a lot of reps. So he was ready to play, and I think as a whole, there was some good and some bad with the line as a whole, and there were some things that they can all continue to improve on.
What do you want to learn about this team over the next 5 games?
We just want to win. I think we know a lot about our team, and we just have to offensively find a way to score some more points, and then defensively, we've done a nice job against the run outside of a few plays in the game, and that's usually how it goes. You can subtract the runs and say, oh, the yards against the rush were this and that if you take out those 3 runs. But the bottom line is those 3 can't get out on us. The guys that are in position, they have to make the plays, and those are some big plays right now that we need to shut down in order to win some of these games. And on the flip side of offense, we just we got our playmakers got to step up and find a way to score some points for us, and we got to put them in a great position to have those opportunities. But that's really what we've been lacking is the points. Our defense has played well enough these last 2 weeks for us to win. The offense has got to carry it over and put more points on the board.
The defensive line was so ineffective for so much of the season, the last couple of games, 6 sacks, ton of hits. What's been the difference in your eyes?
Some of the quarterbacks we played against are faster than most animals. They run around and are just impossible to grab. And so, then it's reflected in the statistics. And, we happen on defense to catch the top 2 rushing offenses 3 times so far this year, and that puts a real dent in any statistic you want to throw around. Those teams have done an excellent job against every team they've played. And, so those are some challenges for us. There's no excuse. We got to stop them. One of them's in our division, so you got to find ways to slow those teams down. But I think that overall they've regrouped. The leadership has done a nice job settling those guys down. And hey, let's meet a little extra. Let's make sure everyone's on top of their assignments. And that's not a thing that probably most teams that were in our situation do at this point in the year. A lot of them start booking their postseason flights and all that. And our guys have done the opposite. Really clamp down and say, let's figure out how we can get this better and get it right. And that's really encouraging to see from the guys on our team.
Who's leading that on defense, would you say?
I'd say there's a lot of guys who I really feel like there's nobody that hasn't bought in. Let me say that. It's I think to a man, everybody over there has done that little bit extra to put us in position. And so that's been really encouraging. I think Sean Williams has been a guy whose leadership has really shown through. And I don't want to I could single them all out. He's one that I think has really been someone you can lean on as a leader.
How important is that for you as you are in this first year to figure out, okay, who do we want to build around moving forward? Who can be cornerstones of our locker room? How important is that? The next
Well, the players don't just want to hear it from you over and over and over. And so when your message can filter through, players that you count on and trust to do the right things, then that's really how any foundation and culture is built. It's through the players. I can get up there and the coaching staff can get up there and say everything that we believe in and we want done. But until it filters through the players, you're never really going to get to the point where you want to be. And so it's obviously the beginning of this process for all of us. It needs to show up in the win column, but there's a lot of things that I've said over and over are really showing up in the locker room that we're proud of.
Going back to AJ a little bit, because when you IR'd Dre, you said one of the reasons why you IR'd him was that you just didn't have a timetable as to when he would be back.
Mm-hmm.
AJ, there has been no timetable essentially the same situation.
Right.
Why hasn't AJ been IR'd?
Well, AJ has been week to week. Each week you think Dre didn't appear to be on the horizon. 1 week, 2 weeks. It seemed like it was going to be much longer than that. And so let's get the spot and get another DB up. AJ, you go into every week. You go into every Saturday. You're playing a game on Sunday, and just waiting to see. And if he'll be around on Wednesday to practice. And he's doing everything he can to get back on the field, and he wants to as much as anybody. And it just hasn't happened yet.
Thanksgiving favorites on the table for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, that's pecan pie, pumpkin pie. I'm a big dessert guy. My wife does a great job handling all that. So you had to remind me that it was tomorrow. So hopefully there's nothing I'm supposed to pick up.
You got a favorite dish? What's your favorite dish?
Yeah.
I'm pretty simple. Mashed potatoes, turkey, pie. That's about all I need.
Stuffing?
And I'm not really into the stuffing.